Okay, this is my last reflection, and it's going to be based on the research that I found in regards to decision making process. The aim of the portfolio was to find out whether decision making process models and theories, what they've said, can it be implemented into real life situations. So I'm going to tell you about what I found and sum it all up. Theory says that decision making process models are effective because they help connect the objective to the decision. So if you go by a decision making process, whatever you intended to do will be reflected in your results. However, we've seen from the research that we have done that this is not always the case. You might start off with an objective, but the result might not come out what you want it to be. For instance, the railway, they intended to make sure they were cutting down costs, but then this resulted in the tragic death of a road user. For example, as well, the NHS, they intended to lower their costs, but try and help patients, but this resulted in patients not being happy and being upset due to the decision, so therefore they wasn't connected. So these are two examples of when your objective and your decision are not connected if they're done through a decision-making process model. Also, theory suggested that decision-making process models will help managers structure their decision-making process. It will lead them and guide them through their decision-making to make sure that they come out with an effective decision. But we found out this can't be always done. This is because due to influences such as the recession, which makes them take an account of costs, so they're going to have to divert and make sure this is implemented as well. They have to also have to take into account laws as well. From an interview, we found out that they have to take in from Charlene that she has to consider the laws, new laws that come about with mental issue people, and the recession as well. And today's society, we've also found out that society is so quick and there's such a pace, it's hard to structure your decision making process according to this, because it's always changing. You're always going to have to change your process of where you're supposed to go. And it also says that decision making models can be used in all organizations. But again, we found out that especially in organizations that have a certain purpose to help people, decision-making processes are not the ones to use because they don't take into account people's feelings or the culture of the organization. Especially, like for example, with Sharon Bramwell, when she said that she has to take into account people's views as well, because it's not just for a profit; it's for improving people's lives. And we also found out that theory says that managers shouldn't stress if they're under decision-making process. But we found out that managers do go through a lot, and the models don't take into account the feelings and the emotions and the impact it will have on them through going through this process. And we found that out, especially from Alan Sugar, who was not happy in his decision that he made. He even said that he was annoyed with himself because of the decision that he made. And I also found out that it can bring a lot of pressure on managers to make the right decision, and models don't help managers go through these emotions that they're going to go through. But throughout the research, it highlighted the fact that managers do realize that process models can't always be used to help them make decisions, and therefore they want to have a balance of using their gut feeling but also using the structure of process models. So this indicates to me that the only way decision-making process models will be effective in real life is if the process is adapted to the organization. If you combine them together, then it'll be more effective. So, is decision-making process models a bad thing? They can be used in real life. We found out that a large proportion of organizations do use them, but if you don't use them effectively in the right way, it can't be used in real life because it won't take into account the culture or the emotions that employees will go through, and even what the end users will go through, what the impact it will have on them. So organizations and managers need to ensure that when they are using these modules, they're thinking about everything that will come in account and making sure that the decision making is a quick one, but making sure that it's effective as well. It will have an impact on them, on the organization, and on the end users. So in conclusion, I'm just going to sum up quickly. You'll see on the page that I've made a quick conclusion as well. You can also go through this of what led me into everything. And I just want to take away from this research that, like I said, many of the theories do contradict themselves. Some of them say that it can be used, but we found out that it can't be used. But then there's always a chance that it will work, but you have to make sure you implement it the right way. So this is the end of my research. I hope that you've understood everything I was trying to say, and I hope that the research and the analytics and all the videos will have benefited you to get a better understanding. So thank you very much for listening. Bye.